Hello and welcome to another video. I have really not done much at all today. I have so many things that I need to do with Christmas specifically, like wrap presents and write cards, get stuff ready to send to the post office, but I just can't seem to, find the energy to do it is really the key thing. I did manage to have a shower and wash my hair, and I'm very glad I did because I am feeling much better afterwards. It was a really tough shower physically though, because I wasn't feeling great POTS wise, so recovering from the shower was quite difficult. That is literally the only thing I've done today. I was supposed to write Christmas cards but didn't have the energy to do that, so that's my goal for tomorrow. I've only got 3 to write. It's not like I'm writing loads, but 3 is 3 more than I have the energy for today, so hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do it. Yesterday, I got a call from my doctor basically letting me know that I was on the waiting list for an appointment with a cardiologist. If you watched the video from a few weeks ago, you'll know that my cardiologist messed up a couple of times in quick succession, meaning that he's delayed my medication repeatedly. And I was hoping to get a prescription for new medication without having to see him face to face again, because the waiting list for appointments is like 4 or 5 months long. And yesterday I got the call telling me that that would not be the case and that I would have to wait for an appointment with him before getting new medication, and that's just not what I wanted to hear. My parents seemed to trying to spin this as a positive thing because at least we know now what was happening, because since the last GP appointment I had, we've kind of been waiting to hear, but that's not really how I'm seeing it, because when I didn't know, I was still holding on to the hope that he would just send through a prescription, but now I know that's not going to be the case, and sod's law, the appointment will be at 9:30 a.m. and it will just make me feel so ill. I'm not looking forward to having that appointment, but I'm less looking forward to having to wait so long for it. As I said when I had the original GP appointment, it just pushes back my treatment for Lyme, my plan for the next year. I mean, that takes 3-4 months out of next year that I was hoping to make progress, and I can't make progress without getting new POTS medication first. That's my rant for today. I tell you what, it's a good job I have a therapy session tomorrow. Despite not having a very good night last night, today has been fairly good, I would say. I had my last therapy session of the year. This time of year is always a bit odd for me, mainly because it was this time of year that I got really ill. I went from being moderately ill to severely ill. Well, I say severely ill. I was a lot less ill than I am now, but you know what I mean. It happened about this time of year, so I always feel a bit strange, and Christmas really marks the passing of time. It really kind of makes you realise, how long you've been ill for, the fact you're not really any better, and that obviously can be quite tricky. And then on the other hand, Christmas is supposed to be spending lots of time with family, and I can't do that because I'm too ill. So this time of year is always a bit tricky for me, so I was talking a lot about that in therapy today. I mean, it was a good session, but it's my last one until 2018. I also managed to have a shower and wash my hair because I just wanted to feel clean and refreshed. I think I might pay for doing that tomorrow because I didn't really sleep very well. I was awake really early, I say for me, in the night. I was awake at 1 a.m, feeling really sick. I actually thought I might be coming down with a bug because I felt so bad, and I don't usually feel that bad at that time of night, if that makes sense. I had to sit in the bathroom for like an hour, but luckily I managed to keep everything down, and I did manage to go back to sleep pretty easily. I think just because it was much earlier than usual. I have been feeling pretty sick for most of the day actually, but that tends to be the way at the moment. I tend to have kind of 2 or 3 days where I don't feel very sick at all, and then 2 or 3 days where I feel really sick all the time. It does not make any sense. I know I've said that before, but it's still very true. Today is going to be dedicated to wrapping Christmas presents because I have a lot to do. I'm looking at the pile next to me now and it's substantial, so I really need to power through some today. I'm not feeling too bad, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a few done today and then a few done tomorrow. I think it'll be unrealistic for me to do all of them today, but I'm just going to see how I go. I'm going to listen to Christmas music. I'm going to try and start feeling festive. I'm wearing the only jumper I have, which is vaguely Christmassy and which is now far too big for me. Look at that, it's crazy, but I don't want to get rid of it because I really like it. Feeling cozy, feeling okay-ish, so just gonna get wrapping. So I managed to wrap half of all the presents I needed to. So I think that's pretty good going, because if I do the other half tomorrow, then I'll be done. So I'm celebrating by treating myself. And I don't treat myself very often. I usually stick very rigorously to my diet. So I'm treating myself to a Christmas biscuit. I didn't have one last year, I don't think. So I'm very excited to have one this year. Although I am slightly worried, because when I've treated myself to sweet things in the past, they've tasted over sweet, like sickly sweet, because I'm just not used to having sugar. So I really hope that these live up to my expectations. So good. I mean, that's basically Christmas in a biscuit. Now, I'm going to watch Mamma Mia, because I watched the trailer for the second film earlier today and it made me really, really want to watch the first one. So I'm going to go and do that. Happy Christmas Eve, Eve. That just makes me think of Friends. I can't not say it. I'm starting to get major anxiety about Christmas Day. That's not usually how I feel. Usually I feel depressed. But this year I seem to be getting anxious instead. I'm anxious about just the whole day and how much I'm going to have to do physically. And the main part of that is Christmas dinner. It'll involve me going down 2 flights of stairs, sitting upright in a chair, eating, holding conversation, and that is something I have not done probably since last Christmas. And this time last year I was feeling better than I am now, because I just got back from Breakspear. I had all those antibiotics going through my system that were doing their wondrous work. I don't have that this year, and my POTS has been particularly bad the last few months, as I've talked about many times. So sitting upright in a chair with my feet on the floor is extremely difficult, and doing it whilst eating is even more difficult, because all the blood goes to my stomach and not to my head. So that increases the effects of POTS quite considerably. I do not want to have Christmas dinner alone in my bedroom. Sure, I've had all my meals in my room for the past year. I've had birthdays in my room by myself. I've had big family events. I've had important life milestones, but I've not had Christmas dinner alone in my room before. But it just seems like such an impossible task. It really does. I'm just not sure if it's physically possible. Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about what I said yesterday about my Christmas dinner anxiety, and I think I've just been putting way too much pressure on myself. I remembered an Instagram story that I saw like a week ago from an account I follow called Invisible Kerry, which is really, really funny. You should definitely go and follow it if you're chronically ill. She was basically saying that if you need to treat Christmas like any other day to help you get through it, then just do that. So I just need to do what I can, and if that involves having lunch upstairs, then so be it. That's fine. It's no big deal. I shouldn't put so much onto this one meal. If I have to sacrifice having dinner downstairs, which would cost me the most energy to be able to do the other stuff, then surely that's okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to think about it as a big deal. I'm not going to get sad or upset. Well, I might do tomorrow, but right now I'm feeling fine. I have been feeling pretty good today. I've just been relaxing. I've started watching Riverdale on Netflix, which I'm loving. I described it to my sister as 90210 crossed with Miss Marple, and she thought that was hilarious. But I mean, that's pretty much what it is, isn't it? All in all, I feel okay about tomorrow. I'm just going to try and take it as it comes and do my best. And that's really all I can do, isn't it? Today marks the end of another week and the end of another video. This is the second to last video of 2017. There will be one more, Christmas Day to New Year's Eve, and then it'll be 2018. Although, to be honest, by the time this goes up, it might be 2018. I can't do the maths. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope everyone watching had a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!